Hello and welcome to A Good Death. It's a Skyrim Permadeath series where the difficulty is always set to legendary and each new character is randomly rolled. Race, class, dragonborn status, birth sign, and starting locations are all random. This will keep the challenge fresh from character to character. And the gameplay, I'm hoping. So here we are in day 16. That is 2 days away from the record of 18 by our Breton rogue not too long ago. So the bard, the Dunmer bard here, is doing quite well. It's been a couple weeks since I streamed. It's actually been spotty, the stream schedule has, and I apologize for that. But yeah, the holidays kind of got in my way of my streaming schedule. You know, family and social obligations and stuff come first, obviously, and then I had some travel to do late January, so should be back to a somewhat regular schedule from here on out. Fingers crossed, here's hoping. What did we do last time? It was a couple weeks ago. I think we did some College Winterhold Radiant quests. We did some of the interesting NPC stuff for Olivia. We did some book searches for Urag, and I think we did some of Arniel's stuff. We collected some cogs for him. So today we have some stuff to turn in, and I think we also are looking either for a book or a staff for somebody at Halted Steam Camp here in the frozen tundra of Whiterun. Let's see, who do we have? We have Caladran. Happy birthday again to you, Miss Caladran. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Saunders looks like he's doing some, he or she. Sorry, I don't want to presume on gender there. Armor on that guy looks sick. Yeah, so that's kind of a mashup. We have the Alpha Rogue armor from the Divine Elegance shop, which has a lot of really good pieces there. And then the gloves, the gauntlets here are from the Toughened Traveler outfit. And then the boots are from that same outfit. So some really cool pieces there. Yeah, so it looks like Saunders is doing some modding. That's awesome. Hope that turns out well. There's nothing like the excitement of like getting to the end of a modding journey and then getting ready to play that playthrough, right? It's a he, don't worry about that. Okay, cool. All right. So, let's see, we got Lucian in tow here. We're in the Khajiit bandit camp. Khajiit traveling vendor camp here. Just kind of hanging with the kiddies, you know, before we go off and slaughter some bandits. So, without further ado, let's go do that, huh? Yeah, so the first order of business is to go to Halted Steam Camp, find the copy of the Wolf Queen Volume 6. That's an Urag thing for the college there. And I imagine we'll be slaughtering some bandits in the process, so that's always fun. Who doesn't love going out into the wilderness, happening upon a random bandit camp and just ruthlessly murdering everybody there? They're bandits. You don't have to worry. You don't have to have a conscience about bandits. They're scum. Am I right? I think I'm right. Is that insensitive? I mean, we could have the whole nature versus nurture debate, but I feel like there are more bandits in Skyrim than there are actual law-abiding citizens, so they could use a culling anyway, right? It's science. It's just good science to kill every one of them I see. Oh, we got a saber cat there. Saber cats are weak to poison, and we do have some pretty strong paralysis poisons here. We have some lingering damage health here too. Let's use that. Make this more of a fair fight. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Alchemy is OP in Skyrim. both in vanilla Skyrim and Skyrim, which is what I'm running. The full suite of all the Anai Scion overhauls. The big ones, not the vanilla plus ones. Regardless, you get overpowered really quickly focusing on alchemy in vanilla, and you do in Skyrim as well. It just kind of takes away some of the roadblocks, adds some cool new bells and whistles. Alright, we got some bandits here. Let's get buffed up. Alright. So I am going to use the Mortar and Pestle here, added by Hunterborn. Not actually going to mix anything up here, because I just want the Lab Skeever perk to get procced. This guy right here. Beneficial potions last 15 times longer for 20 seconds, and it also boosts the magnitude of these potions. And then I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to use some Fortify Health, some Regenerate Health, Fortify Magicka, Regenerate Magicka. Ooh, I need some more Regenerate Magicka. What else do we want? The poisons aren't going to do us any good in this scenario. Let's go ahead and buff up illusion spells. Light armor, one-handed. Look at this. Resist fire, resist frost, resist magic, resist poison, resist shock, fortify stamina, regenerate stamina. Okay. Now we are just like a freaking wrecking ball here.
Die already so I can take your stuff.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
All right, you and me, let's go. Lucian, could use your help here.
Hey, I didn't ask you to magic me.
Oh, somebody got calmed. Okay. Okay, so a lot going on here. I'll talk about this in a second.
A little help over here.
You were busy fighting the big bad there, weren't you? Hi, friend.
Help!
All right. So the Bard class is pretty hard. The Bard class is very effective with an IRAM, I would say. Let's see here. Just a question. What combat mods are you using? Pretty much just Wildcat. I also have TK Dodge installed, the Nemesis version of it with no script lag. So that was basically all you're seeing there is Wildcat and TK Dodge. So the Bard class, let's see, what do we have for the Bard class? We have light armor, one-handed, no block. We have illusion, alchemy, and enchanting. So what we're seeing there is I popped the Lab Skeever perk through alchemy, and I was able to buff myself up. That's why this dude's magic wasn't hurting me that bad. And I buffed up my light armor too, so like physical attacks weren't hurting that bad either. Still dangerous though. Legendary difficulty, there's a lot of damage output from enemies. So I couldn't take too many hits, but I did have my health regeneration buffed with a potion. Let's see, what else? I had Doppelganger, which is a spell from Forgotten Magic redone. It is an illusion spell, which bards are proficient at. This basically creates a copy of the enemy that they fight. So that was the first spell that you saw me casting on these guys. Also, as part of the enchanting tree... Oh, I didn't mean to level up. Oh, well. Let's see, we're just taking the lesser amount, so we got Magicka this time. Ooh, we're close to another level, too. I'm going to go ahead and bank that perk for right now, because I don't want to lose my train of thought. So, also in the enchanting tree, we have Spellscribe. This guy right here. So it allows you to hook up a dual cast spell to your power attacks. And I dual casted Pacify and hooked up that spell. which is the area of effect calm spell. So every time I do a power attack with my blades here, it casts Pacify. So that's what was going on there. And now we can see how this bard has lasted 16 days on legendary difficulty. Damn, I had like a ton of them. It was very hard, but fun to play. Yeah, so this is kind of an outlier. I kind of found a good formula that works for the bard on legendary difficulty. I usually don't last this long. Like, day 16 is kind of an outlier for me. But after this, I kind of have been developing formulas for like what works and what doesn't on legendary difficulty with permadeath, and I'm kind of coming up with a meta, like a most effective tactic available that I'm starting to reuse on a lot of these different characters. And there are different tactics to use for different classes. Namely that that alchemy buff is a big game changer. So if this keeps up, where I'm having these like long-running permadeath runs, then I will start adding difficulty mods, things like Know Your Enemy. I might start enabling and making wildcat injuries more dangerous. Because right now I don't think I have injuries enabled. But that cuts both ways. You can injure NPCs as well as you can have yourself be injured too, and that could be a run ender just by one stray hit in the right spot at the right time. Oh, I forgot. There's more dudes over here that I have to kill. I have to open up that chest. Got distracted. Talking tactics over here. Maldaroth, what's up, my friend? I mean, not Maldaroth. You are Macadamia. Sorry, I haven't streamed in a while. I just forgot everybody's names. And Haster, welcome, welcome. Gale Ohm. It's a party now, folks. Ooh. Chips, dips, chains, and whips. All the good stuff. Okay, these doofuses aren't coming. I think they were already, like, pre-spawned, because that mage usually doesn't spawn in until after. That's odd. Very interesting. Maybe we've already been through here before? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so taking the expensive stuff for enchantment fodder. And maybe just selling off loot, because speechcraft is a big part of... Ooh, that's sexy looking. It's pretty heavy, though. We'll take it. This big old silver battle axe. Speechcraft is a big part of bards too. That's one that I forgot to mention. All right, who else we got around here? The Pen. Hello, friend. We having a good weekend? I don't even know what builds to do. Just finished a Moon Dancer. Now I'm thinking about randomly picking a character build. Yeah, so what I do for this series anyway is I run Classic Classes and Birth Signs Reimagined. It's a class mod, but it's compatible with just about everything. Everything you can throw at it, all the different mods and everything. And that has predefined classes that came from Oblivion and previous Elder Scrolls games that you can choose from. And that just makes it easy for like the random character choice at the beginning of each one of these runs for me. Where did that mage go? There was a mage over here. He might have an FMR spell book on him. Oh, I think this is him. Bandit Plunderer? No, this is the Archer. And that does allow you to create custom classes too. So it gives you, I think, 6 major skills to choose from, and it gives you a boost to those skills to start off with, which heavily encourages you in the beginning of the game to use those skills, because everything else is going to be starting at level 5. All the other skills will be at level 5, which is very weak. So you're heavily incentivized to use those boosted skills at the beginning of the game and continue using them throughout at that point. A dual-wielding Khajiit rogue berserk type character. That sounds pretty freaking awesome. You won't even live to regret this. I'm picturing Haster using that gift that he likes of the, is it maybe the Sekiro guy? Popping that katana out of its scabbard. Okay, we got some whispers that we are probably compelled. Okay, here are our wolves that were howling at us. We can just calm them down. Oh, totally missed. Okay, Lucian took care of him for us. Okay, with frozen electrocuted combustion, I don't think I can access these corpses. Ooh, that one I can. To get the ingredients out of. Maybe be a little more delicate when you slaughter the wolves so that I can get the ingredients off of their corpses next time, Lucian. That would be nice. Well, Sekiro is my favorite FromSoft game, but in the Elder Scrolls setting, the Knight of the Nine is my favorite archetype. Well, it's very powerful, right? Especially if you're doing Saint Alessia, because you get all the buffs from all of the divines, right? As you want them.
A braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more.
It's very powerful. Hey, Mr. B, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. Sekiro looks awesome. The first FromSoft game I played was Demon's Souls on PlayStation 3, and it was really good. I liked it, but the performance was really rough. It required like a lot of timing sensitive inputs, especially with the dodging and the parrying mechanics. And with the rough performance on PlayStation 3, that made it rough. But also the difficulty and the size of the game made it like feel like a chore after a certain extent. But I think I still put in like 80 or 90 hours into that game back in the day. And then I haven't played another one until Elden Ring. And Elden Ring fixed like a lot of the issues I had with Demon's Souls. But I do like timing-based stuff, as you can see as I'm like dodging, and I like timed block mechanics. And Sekiro is like all about that parry system and breaking down an opponent's posture. So I think I would really like it. It's like top on my recommended list from Steam in my library. I have it, I just haven't played it yet. But I am very much looking forward to it. I think that might be my favorite FromSoft game too, once I get around to it. All right, how are we doing with the Labskeever buffs here? Fortify health, fortify illusion. We still got almost 6 minutes on everything, except for the fortify or regenerate health magicka and stuff, and we got like a long time on those. So that's good. Let's see. Now might be a good time for our spirit walk too. I think we're ready to go, just kind of like guns a-blazing, right? Buff up Lucy in there. Maybe we can cause some frenzy. Don't fall in that hole, that will hurt a lot. Hey everybody, where the party is. Oh. There's nobody around because they're all chasing mud crabs and stuff. Alright. These guys deserve to die just from stupidity alone.
Bad time to get lost.
It starts.
Are those two saber cats fighting a mammoth over there? Alright, I might have kicked up a hornet's nest here. I don't like this one bit. Alright, Lucian, if you want to get in there. Lucian's getting a little big for his britches there, look at that. Dual wielding staffs like a pro. I don't want to go any farther down that train of thought. I'm gonna say something I regret. Let's see. I can fight a mammoth. I can fight a saber cat, but I don't want to fight two saber cats and a mammoth. So let's just let them sort of cull their own population here first. Man, that wolf over there is just taking advantage of everybody for a second. Okay. And the mammoth I don't think has any beef with us, so I do want to go get those ingredients though. Not here to fight you, bud. Okay, he seems pissed. I think he's hung up on that tree. I think he's trying to attack us, but he can't. Okay, I kind of feel bad about this guy here. Lucian. He seems injured, he seems scared. He's very territorial. Alright, there we go. Put him out of his misery. He's been through a lot. Well, that was a little chaotic. Ross Villanor here, he woke up today and chose violence. As a lot of my characters do. Hey, left-handed Jedi, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, bud. Catch up on chat here. I also want to try Elden Ring one day. Yeah, Elden Ring was great. I want to try Elden Ring 2, just waiting. Yeah, so I didn't even do everything in that game. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't even get to see. But I did beat it. I did end up rolling credits on it after like 160 playtime hours. And yeah, there's so much to do in that game. The open world design is incredible. It really promotes exploration, and if you go into an area that doesn't look like it has much in it, you almost feel compelled to go there and explore it, because there's usually like a hidden cave or like a door or some kind of something cool. And at the end of each one of those like little dungeon dives, there's always like a boss, and it always gives you something cool. You may or may not be able to use it depending on your class, but then you remember it for like the next playthrough. Waiting for a sale or something. Yeah, it'll go on sale. All the FromSoft does, or all the FromSoft games do. The only one that I didn't see go on sale like ever was Dark Souls 1, like the remaster, the Prepare to Die edition or something like that. I ended up buying that full price, but that was like 30 or 40 bucks, just because I wanted to have the whole collection. We had a snowstorm recently, and my download speed is so bad for the last 3 or 4. Oh, that sucks. Where are you at, if you don't mind me asking? I had a project manager at work that went down for a couple days in Texas because they had like a sudden freeze out of nowhere. They got so cold that their power went out. Texas has been struggling with that lately. 2 staves, no waiting. Look, a walrus. That freeze-dried saber cat, yeah, I should have taken the meat. It's like self-preserved at this point. Oh yeah, that's what I did, Haster. Elden Ring, well, okay, so the staves and the spells, you can cheese a lot of stuff with it, but mostly just rank and file enemies. It's not as strong as it seems. It takes a lot more hits from like an intelligence build, the sorceries. At least until you get like to the really high level advanced ones, but until you get to that point, they don't do a whole lot of damage. You have to really spam those spells, those ranged spells, and then once you're out of your focus, out of your magicka, then you're screwed, because then you have a glass cannon character that isn't good at melee. So yeah, I did pick an astrologer character because that seemed like the path to least resistance, but it was still really hard, especially the boss characters that can close distances really quickly, that hit hard, and that have a lot of health, which is basically all the bosses in the game, you're at a disadvantage if you can't fight in close. Especially like rune bears, they wreck everybody's lives, right? But astrologers especially, because they don't have the damage output in melee combat to be able to use as a contingency. I think next time through I'm going to do some kind of strength build, some kind of melee build. Because also if you pick astrologer, you're kind of limited on the weapons, the cool weapons and move sets that are available to strength builds and dexterity builds. It like, if you're an astrologer, if you're a caster in Elden Ring, you're kind of just casting ranged spells, and that's there are some shorter range spells, but they take too long. They're not quick enough to be effective. Watch out for that trap.
Never should have come here.
Okay, doppelganger is not working for some reason. We'll get him with the rocks, though. Well.
Ow, ow, ow.
Well, don't stand in it. Come on. Magic and staves are a valid method to battle. Yeah, I agree. Especially because they normally come with their own weaknesses as well. KOA, Kingdoms of Amalur. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be really good. I think I have it in my library, I just haven't played it. But people have nothing but good things to say about it. Supposedly the combat system in that game is really good, and I'm all about combat systems. So, all right, let's do this. I'm gonna do a quick save here. This is gonna be kind of a chaotic battle here. Well, maybe not that chaotic, but it's dangerous. So I want to continue that thought after this.
They gotta have a sharp
Okay, I got everybody frenzied with the Discord spell. Let's flank them.
I'll show you what a real orc can do. Pick up some steel if you want to fight. This should be good.
All right, let's get this bandit chief before he gets us. Yeah, our bard has little honor. He has no problem calming an enemy and then stabbing them in the back as they walk away. Hey, this is permadeath on legendary difficulty. I gotta take every advantage I can get. Yeah, so Kingdoms of Amalur and the combat system. So I recently put 80 hours into The Witcher 3. And I got to the Battle of Kaer Morhen, and I thought that was going to be the end of the game. And I was like all like excited for it and everything. And then the game kept going. Like, what the heck? And then I realized that, you know, a fun gameplay loop with good combat and good skill progression and things like that is really, really important to me. Because The Witcher 3 has a fantastic story. It has compelling storyline, compelling characters that are awesome. The graphics on the remastered version with the ray trace lighting and everything was absolutely gorgeous. The world is amazing, but the combat just isn't good. The character progression, like the roleplay systems, is not compelling to me. And the exploration is not great. Even though the world is like gorgeous, you have fairly little reason to explore in that game. For me, I just wasn't compelled to
This province has a real bandit
look around in all the nooks and crannies and find stuff. Probably because everything's tied to a quest in that game. So all the important stuff like the Witcher gear and everything is tied to a quest, and it tells you exactly where it is. It's not like Elden Ring where you might happen across just some super powerful artifact out of nowhere. And that's when, oops, I did not mean to trigger Spirit Walk. Okay, well, we'll just have to go back to the college and sleep that off. I spent some Spirit Favor too for these guys. Family reunion time? So, yeah, I couldn't keep going on The Witcher 3 after 8 hours, just because the story wasn't enough to compel me. I needed a solid gameplay loop. I am a video game player at heart. Action video games, arcade games. Skyrim is good with its combat system. Even vanilla, I enjoyed it, and the gameplay loop is really good. So you go fight, you find some loot. Some of it might be better than what you have. You sell off the rest of it. Then you craft up improvements to that gear, craft up some potions, level up, and go back out and fight. And Fallout 4 is pretty much the same way, right? And I adored Fallout 4. I did roll credits on The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2. The Witcher 3 was just too long. I might come back to it at some point. But yeah, I think I put like 30-something hours into The Witcher 2 and beat it. I put 40-something hours into The Witcher 1 and beat it. And I put almost 90 hours into The Witcher 3 and thought I was getting close to it, and the story just kept going. I couldn't do it. Combat is great, but the crafting, specifically salvaging, is terrible. However, next to Skyrim, KOA is my favorite. Nice. Okay, I will try it out at some point. I probably will really like it too. Whoa! Last year, I played a lot of new games that came out that year, and I found a lot of gems, a lot of diamonds in the rough. It was a great year for gaming last year, for new games. Fantastic. But this year, I think I want to focus on my backlog. We got the Dead Space remake, which came out, and everybody seems to really be enjoying, but I put that on my wish list. If it goes on sale, maybe during like a winter sale or something like that, I'll pick it up. Hogwarts Legacy is the next big one that I'll probably play when it comes out. What else? Starfield, obviously. When that comes out, I'll play it. I'm also a big Arcane fan, so when Redfall comes out, I'll be playing that. Other than that, I don't know what else is coming out that is a must-play. I thought there was one or two other games maybe, but other than that, I'm just going to be picking through my backlog. So I've been playing Outriders recently, and that's kind of just like a grindy looter shooter with good progression systems, and the gameplay is a lot of fun. And I'm like, see, this is what I need. The story is not very compelling. The voice acting is terrible. The characters are all kind of stupid, but it's fun to play. So I like. After playing The Witcher 3 this last level, I was like, yeah, that's what I needed. Now, I prefer like a deeper role-playing game, like a Bethesda-style game. But it has to have the gameplay there, too. Even Oblivion, for me, I played the hell out of that, and that gameplay wasn't great. The combat was kind of wonky, but that gameplay loop was still fantastic. It's part of the Bethesda formula. Saw the new ESO class. It looks cool. Yeah, I'm not really into MMOs either. That's the other thing. It's that gameplay situation. Even Fallout 76 felt a little like slippery to me. Like the gameplay was kind of disconnected from what was going on under the hood. Especially with like the spawn system and just how things moved. It was a little wonky for me. I did play my share of World of Warcraft when that came out. When I was in college, but that didn't stick for me. I'd just rather play the single-player stuff and make my own way, you know? Outriders is a multiplayer game at heart, I think, but you can totally play it single-player. It's kind of like a shooting Diablo to me, a sci-fi Diablo shooting game. With all the weapons and armor drops and the mass amount of enemies that you're trying to kill all the time. It's kind of like a slot machine type thing. Logically, it'll either be added in the CK at some point, or someone will, with enough time we'll try to recreate it. Wish modders would make that apocrypha-looking armor in Skyrim. The apocrypha. Oh, from KOA. I haven't played it yet, so I don't really know. But I would imagine, yeah, it's probably possible. People port armors into Skyrim all the time. My opinion of KOA and Skyrim may be influenced by nostalgia. They were some of the first games I ever beta tested. Ooh, nice. So you have some quality assurance background in gaming, Macadamia? KOA was originally intended to be an MMORPG, and it shows. Be warned. Ooh, okay. Well, we'll see. I know the whole story of KOA, how Kurt Schilling, the baseball star, wanted to make a video game with his kids, and he wanted to make an MMO, and they had to end up trimming it back because it was going like way over budget and way past deadline. So they made it a single-player game that was critically acclaimed but didn't really take off commercially. Kurt Schilling spent his fortune that he made playing baseball on that game. He dipped into his own pocket, and still the project went way over budget. A lot of people didn't get paid. They ended up taking loans from the state of like Connecticut or something, I think. And they were loans that he wasn't able to pay back because the company went defunct before they could pay it back. So the state started to sue him for that money that he didn't have anymore. So I don't know if he's still trying to pay that back. I know he's doing broadcasting now. I live in Arizona, and he was like a hero of the state when he helped the Diamondbacks win the World Series in, I don't know, that was like 99 or something, I think.
It's inconceivable to our elven overlords, sharing the heaven.
Really crazy story about the development of that game, but it's still being sold. People are still playing it. People are still giving it accolades. What am I doing here? I have no freaking idea. My encumbrance is really high. Let's sell some stuff off here. While I'm here, I'll sell some stuff off. Eorlands. Definitely wish we had more armors for Argonians. Well, I mean, Argonians can wear just about anything, but yeah, some Argonian-specific, like, Argonian-styled stuff would be really cool.
I think Thorod's still alive, but I know better. Gods be praised.
I feel like ESO does a good job of styling its racial armors. If somebody could just port all of the ESO armors into Skyrim, that would be pretty cool. I know they've done it for the cinematic movies. Anderthalbander. Anderthalbander. That's a Nordic name right there, isn't it? Cool sword, though. Eminent Restoration. I feel... I don't know if I have any of these. Let's go ahead and sell off the heavy stuff here. Maybe I'll swing by Dragon's Reach and disenchant the stuff, too. The stuff that I can, anyway. Leaving an 8 septum tip there, just because I can't be bothered to go to another vendor. The Moon Monk armor. Oh yeah, that stuff looks really good. I wish they had an unarmored variant of those. I can, well, I know I can go into SSE edit, or even the CK and convert those to clothing, but I don't like doing that. I would rather just have like a clothing variant that I can check and uncheck in MO2, right? Because traditionally monks are unarmored in Elder Scrolls classes. And those robes would be awesome for like a Khajiit monk. In an Skyrim, the unarmed stuff is all in the light armor skill tree, so I can see where they're coming from. But you actually, if you look at the perks in the spell in the tree, all the unarmored stuff does not require you to be wearing light armor, or the unarmed stuff. So increases unarmed damage by 5% of your current stamina. You gain light armor experience when using unarmed attacks in combat. Requires 2 free hands. You don't actually have to be wearing light armor to be getting light armor experience through unarmed attacking. And all of this stuff here does not require you to be wearing unarmed. And I think Scion did that on purpose so you can play an unarmored monk and still have a whole unarmed tree that you can progress without wearing it. Pretty genius, I think. Pretty genius. There's also an unarmed perks tree add-on for Valkyrie and or Adamant. Oh yeah, I know about that. I think I watched Magus play with some of that briefly, because I don't think he likes to play unarmed guys, but yeah, I did know about that. I try to keep everything as clean as possible with the Skyrim overhauls, especially like Ordinator. I don't want to add or remove too much from it because it's already pretty fully featured with a lot of stuff. Like it has like a timed blocking mechanic. It's rudimentary and it's very forgiving, being a whole second for a timed block, but it overlaps with other combat mods that add a parry mechanic, which is why I don't add those in. And the same with like the unarmed stuff. It's like there's a whole unarmed subtree. It's not huge, but it's diverse. It has a lot of different stuff that you can do in it. So I don't really feel the need to add another full tree for unarmed stuff because Ordinator already handles it. It's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none type thing with Ordinator, but I would rather have the breadth of gameplay options available to me than have one thing that is just really good. At least for this like style of play where it's like random character creation. Okay. Did I have anything to disenchant? I think maybe I didn't. I thought I tried this already. Maybe I didn't. Poacher's Axe for the damage to animals. Okay, so next on the agenda, let's go turn in these quests at the college. We'll see if Arniel has the next step of his stuff ready to go. We'll see if Olivia Moronen has the next step of her stuff ready to go. And then we'll get a night's sleep at, what time is it now? I think I accidentally popped my Spirit Walk ability at around noon, so before we go venturing back out, it'll have to be noon tomorrow. Just because I want to have that as an option to fall back on. Of course, our Bard is like strong enough now that he doesn't actually need those high-powered, invincible ancestors to fight for him for 30 seconds.
And why shouldn't I?
I say that now, but watch me have to fight a dragon or something. I don't have anything available. There's also an unarmed perk tree add-on for... Okay, no, I saw that one already. Ran into a group of gamers who played professionally, so when offers were extended to them, I got in it too. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Yeah, the gaming industry seems like a pretty small world, tight-knit community like that. Like if you're into one aspect of it, you got a foot in the door for another. Be it development or like esports or...
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Testing, writing guides, things like that. Journalism. They're all kind of interconnected in a lot of ways. The way people are networked within them. Let's see here. Dawnstar, Valkyrie, Solitude, Windhelm, Winterhold is where we're going.
And we'll be off.
Okie dokie.
You ready to go yet?
Oh my god. Give me a second, jeez. Use that along with the Shapeshift Claws spell. That one I'm not familiar with. Shapeshift Claws spell? Sounds like it would be a cool add-on for my Druid character. Which I'm still working on, by the way. I'm writing the script for that right now. Couple more shouts that I want to explore, how they integrate with the Triumvirate Druid class. So gameplay isn't completely done, but it's done enough that I've started writing the script. I'll start recording dialogue for that real soon. The Triumvirate Druid build guide. They look like Wolverine claws. Oh yeah, I use animated armory. And the claws there can do the same thing. So I'm gonna do a quick save here. Just do the Akaviri claws, I guess. Woo! Berserker Barrage. I should do a claw build at some point. I had one of my character concepts that I did for Baofish's character concept challenges was the Ice Wraith. It was a child who was raised by ice wraiths, basically, and he had it was the Cryomancer one. I think that was Haster's challenge, actually. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so is it a nerd convention or something, and I just didn't get the memo? I feel like somebody's supposed to be giving a lecture here. So Immersive College of Winterhold does have like lectures that some of the staff will do periodically, and then the rest of the staff and some of the students will actually attend the lecture. Is Feralda supposed to be giving the lecture? This will be interesting. Or maybe even Sergius. Oh, here comes Colette too. This is cool. I haven't seen this in a long time. I kind of want to just chill and watch. Oh yeah, Feralda. She's my favorite. Teach it, sister. She's just gonna stand there and shake her hips at us. I'm okay with that too. Lost Grimoire. Cool. Yeah, Animated Armory also has summoned versions of each one of its weapon types, so you can summon some claws via spell through that too. Feel like probably don't need both. What are you doing, Feralda? Okay, are we gonna do the 5-minute rule with the if the professor doesn't show up in 5 minutes after the class is supposed to start? It's basically a canceled class. Hey, Ureg. I got your book.
Good to see you. Looks like you're still in one piece.
Yeah.
More importantly,
There's some good
so is the
exercise.
book. Thank you.
Conjure dancing pole spell. Yeah, for Feralda, that would be nice. Made any progress translating Shalador's work?
We were able to figure out the last text you brought in. I thought the least I could do is pass the knowledge along.
Alteration, huh? Well, we don't really use alteration, but anything else I can do?
There are more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium.
Yeah, sure, I'm ready for some adventure.
All right. I wrote down the last place I'd heard about. Don't get killed.
Alrighty. Invocation of
Malakath, watch over
Azura.
ya.
Who else am I looking for? Olivia? Feralda, what are you doing? We're all waiting. She got cold feet. She got surrounded by all of her peers and some students, and then she's like, she was all geared up for this presentation, and then she like just got really nervous with the public speaking aspect of things. She froze. She froze up. Shame. You hate to see it. Promising mage, brilliant mind. Doesn't know how to talk to her peers. So she becomes undervalued and underappreciated. Alienated. She decides maybe this whole mage thing isn't worth it after all. All the promise in the world, and then she just becomes a bar wench somewhere. Squandering all that talent. You hate to see it. If you're planning to do a Redguard build, try the Shihai mod. It's so good. That's the Sword Singer blade, the Shihai concept. Stage fright. She needs a tip jar. Yeah. But throw some bills at her.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest.
Oh, Sergius gave up on Feralda's lecture too. Yeah, septums hurt a little more than dollar bills when you throw them, so probably don't want to be doing that. And they don't tuck into the underwear bands nearly as conveniently either. Alright, so how goes the translation of
Quite
the Shallow
slow.
Door stuff?
It seems the mages have placed additional layers of security
Galarian,
on
I
top
guess.
of Galarian's original text. As you may have noticed, the pages are littered with various magical runes, whose patterns transcribe into messages written in code. I had hoped to depart from this location once the matter of the text was concluded, but it appears I will need to conduct further research.
Okay. Let's see. So it sounds like she needs some more time. Let's go see if we can find Arniel. Yeah, they all gave up on Feralda.
Eleanor, the library is in disarray. When
Eleanor.
books are strewn about here and there, it makes it impossible to determine if a book's been checked out.
I'm sorry.
What mods do you use for light? Lux? I think I use,
Clean up. I thought it might
So this is from the Nolvis guide. I redid my modding setup, I want to say 2 years
End of
ago,
the day as well.
and haven't changed the fundamentals of it since. But I want to say RLO. I think it's RLO. Because at the time, I think that was most compatible with the ENB options. Wilf Todd, welcome, welcome. That is a new name, I think. I don't think I've seen you around. So welcome to our crazy little group here. Hope you're having a good weekend. Onman's over there casting frost spells at the wall for some reason. Let's see, Arniel might be in the Hall of Countenance. I think that's where he hangs out most times. Oh, you think it's new? I'll have to check out Nexus. It looks pretty, or it sounds pretty cool. Better than using the like the weird conjuration spell for the weird Daedric conjured sword, right? Doesn't really fit a whole sword singer vibe. Smash the light button. Light button. Easy for me to say. Light bucking. Light bucking is what you do on a little bull or a little bronco. Like button. Yeah, the clicks are free. They help out the channel a lot. We're really close to 1,000 subscriptions where I get to start like expanding the channel in different ways. Get a little more exposure from YouTube and the algorithm once you hit that 1,000. And we're really close. So those free clicks help me out a lot. Please do it if you feel so inclined. Where the hell is Arniel, by the way? Here he is.
Hello, friend.
I'm a proper buccaneer indeed. A light bucker. Let's see. I have your gem.
It worked then. Let me see. Goodness, that's it, isn't it?
Look at
Yes.
his puppy dog eyes.
It's not perfect, but it's a close enough approximation that it should certainly suffice for initial tests. You've done excellent work here. Truly excellent.
I do all right.
There's only one thing missing now, and that should be arriving shortly. I'll begin preparations. Thank you again so much for this. Always good talking to you, friend.
Sure, no problem. Okay, so what time is it now? 3:43. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Bring the star. I'm not ready for the Azura stuff just yet, I don't think. I think being a Dunmer, he was kind of raised to respect Azura. So I don't think he's going to bring the star back to Nelicar. He's going to bring it back to Aranea. I think Aranea. To cleanse it from Malin Varen's corruption. But that's tough. There are a lot of Dremora there. Malin Varen himself is pretty tough. There's a lot of fire. I feel... No. I should actually be able to do pretty well with that if I buff up. Maybe we'll do that. Let's go do that. Let's go cleanse this star. We got the rest of the day. And then we'll come back here. We'll sleep for a night. And we'll see if either Olivia or Arniel have made any progress on their respective projects there. Feralda, great job at the lecture.
Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe.
Well, you know, if you could get that cat off your tongue, maybe maybe you could tell them that yourself. Arniel's gotten younger. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Actually, I think whatever overhaul touched him did a pretty good job of it. They made him look like kind of, I don't know, clueless. A little younger. He seems to be kind of a floundering journeyman mage instead of like a master. But that he probably has also been in the college long enough to move from the Hall of Attainment to the Hall of Countenance. Where the staff is, like the college staff is, as opposed to the students. So he's worked his way up the ladder a little bit, but doesn't really have like the magical talent to become like a master wizard. So he just kind of toils away at like projects that nobody else really cares about. So that it's kind of like a little bit of youth there, a little bit of innocence. And I think they conveyed that pretty well with his look. Okay, there is the Shrine of Azura that we're looking for.
God, another fight.
What's that over there?
Getting out of here.
Okay, we got some... wild ice wraiths here. Ow, that hurt. Okay, so see... I'm not playing on easy mode here. One hit from an ice wraith, that really, really got me good. Luckily, we have a traveling pyromancer here that's gonna help us out. And we have Dawnbreaker here that also has fire damage. God, a third of my life, one stray hit. So, yeah, this guy could die at any second, and we'd be forced to create a new one. It's just with the glass cannon characters that every character ends up being on legendary difficulty. Because you have to scale your output really, your damage output really high in order for things not to be super spongy. But then also, enemy NPCs do so much more damage right out of the gate than you do with base damage. That every single character, regardless of if you're a tanky knight or warrior, you still end up being a glass cannon character because you're forced to. That's what legendary difficulty does for you on this game. Well, he was a master wizard while Savos was the archmage. He was master? Interesting. I know that Feralda was, and Tolfdir, Finis, and Drevis were all master wizards. I didn't know that Arniel was. iCal allows you to make... Oh, yeah. I did that, actually. I took advantage of that. I did it off stream, but you saw... Well, we were all waiting for Feralda to start her... To start her lecture, Tolfdir was standing there in the Archmage robes, so I did take advantage of that for this one, because Duras, the Bard, is not really the Archmage type, and that's a very awesome feature that I like from immersive College of Winterhold. The fact that you could do the whole College of Winterhold questline and not have to become the Archmage. Fits a lot better. Okay, we got a dragon here. Doesn't seem aggressive yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get my lab skeever stuff going, just in case. We are especially going to need the fire, frost, and magic resistance here. Alright, just double check that that procced lab skeever. It did indeed. Getting a little low on a few of these. Might have to make a stop at Ryek's End at some point and mix up some more potions. Or I could do that off stream. We'll see how dire the situation becomes. Okay, I don't remember if it was last stream or the stream before. I think it was the stream before that we've actually finally found the Forgotten Magic Redone spell of Discord, which allows us to do ranged damage to dragons. Because that was an issue before. Duras is not Dragonborn. I'm running Skyrim Unbound. That gives you the option to randomly select at character creation whether or not the character is Dragonborn and can read word walls and absorb dragon souls. And it turns out that Duras can do neither. So we don't have access to shouts, so we don't have access to Dragon Rend or the main quest for that matter. Okay, looks like that dragon. I'm gonna go ahead and find this sightless pit here. Put that on the map. Not actually gonna delve into it just yet. I do want to take on this dragon though. Just because that dragon is a huge loose end if I ever try to come traveling through here again. And if I can dispatch of this dragon fast enough, then I should be able to carry those lab skeever buffs all the way into the star. Okay. Were you the one I saw flying around over here? Let's see if I can peg him from here. Oh yeah, that was a long shot. Actually worked though. I like it. I don't think that familiar is going to do you any good there, Lucian. Swing and a miss. Not a lot of damage, but it's a little something something. Why don't you come on down and fight me like a man? Yeah, not quite what I was going for, but it helps. Yeah, go ahead and hit me with all that. I have enough resistance to it that it's not gonna hurt. Meanwhile, Lucian can fire his magic at you. Oh my god. Is there a wolf over here now too? Ice wolf too. Those guys are tough. Where'd you go, you scaly bastard? Stand still so I can shoot you. Trying to dive bomb me, that's not gonna work. You okay, Lucian? Where'd you go? Okay, he's fine. He's just being a wuss. Okay, he's getting down to about half-life, which means he's gonna try to land somewhere. Got him in his dragon crotch. ain't afraid of you. Why don't you have a seat? There you go. Ah. Refreshing breeze. That frost breath. All right. There we go. Just get under his little undercarriage there and just start putting his willy in the blender. Iron Gauntlets of Slaughter. Power attacks cost 10% less. That could be a useful enchantment if I don't already have it. Yep, no Dragon Soul from this one. This is the Mount Anthor Dragon, I believe. So let's go ahead and just put that on the map. I don't believe there are any chests over here or anything worth grabbing.
Dragons must eat an awful lot. I mean, the energy needed just to sustain that kind of metabolism.
Yeah, I don't think it's
launched
all
into the air.
biologics there, Lucian. I think a lot of it has to do with magical energy there too. They are ancient mythical beasts that are immortal, so I don't think they have to eat all their energy. Oops.
What do dragon souls taste like?
Well, I have no
Do you taste
idea.
anything at all? Lucian Flavius, asking the important questions.
Yeah, seriously. That's one thing about Skyrim Unbound, is like so many characters in this game just, they assume that you're Dragonborn because it's hard-coded into the game that you are, right? So when you have a mod that removes that, then like characters still assume that you are Dragonborn when you're not. It makes it hard to roleplay sometimes, but that I could just roleplay as Lucian asking like a ridiculously stupid question. Which he is prone to do. And he even called himself out on it. Okay, there is a skeleton up there. Not concerned about these guys. Hey, bud. He's just guarding his coin sack.
Problem solved.
Backpedalers. Hate them. Osmer reinforced boots. Sure, I'll enchant those and sell them off. Steel shield, don't think so. Long mace. Looks cool, but it's heavy and not valuable. Tastes like chocolate? Probably. I don't know. I feel like it would taste like tingly. Like pins and needles. Like something really spicy except without the heat. Tastes like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited. Bonus points to anybody who knows what that's from. What is that? Is that, cannot tell what the, oh, that's a snowy saber cat, huh? Alright, I'm not taking any chances with you, buddy. That is some strong core strength right there. A beautiful animal. But you are a loose end. Can't have you attacking me while I'm trying to cleanse this star for Azura. Effervescent, yes indeed. It's not really a flavor, it's more of like a texture or a feeling, but still. Tastes like sparkling water? Yeah, there you go. Oh, there is an add-on. That must be new because I don't remember that being a thing when I installed all these mods, Melderoth. I'll have to look into that. Don't Call Me Dragonborn add-on because I think I do have the original Don't Call Me Dragonborn, but I didn't know that there was an add-on for 3D NPC. Definitely gonna look into that, but that's not gonna help Lucian or Inigo, I don't think, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are add-ons for those too. Alright, how are my buffs doing? 7 minutes to all this stuff? I think that should be plenty.
Azura Star. I knew the Lady of Twilight had sent you for a reason.
This is a really tough fight.
Hand it
I
over.
should be fine with all my
I will
magic
ask
resistance
Azura
from all
to
these
restore
potions,
the
so...
star to its original
Oh, excuse me. Oh. You know, I went to bed at around... Or I went to sleep around... Just a little after midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. Woke up around 10, and I was like... I had a really good sleep, but I just feel like I wanted to stay in bed.
I will commune with Azura. Azura, Mother of Roses, Goddess of Dusk and Dawn.
Can we speed this up a little bit? My potions are about to wear off.
She wishes to speak to you herself. Please, place your hands on the altar. And you
Greetings, mortal. You have followed my guidance through the veils of twilight.
This
and
view
rescued
is
my
making me think of that
star
90s
from
show,
Malin
Twin Peaks.
Varen.
Anybody else getting that?
But his soul
Twin
still
Peaks vibe?
resides within, protected by his
For some reason, I'm thinking of
enchantments.
a couple of very
Until he
tall
is
mountains
purged,
jutting out
my
from the
artifact
horizon. Like
is
two
useless to you.
very round, kind of like voluptuous mountains. Right next to each other. Very, like, perky, bouncy, well-shaped mountains. Like, right next to each other, Twin Peaks. I also kind of feel like a glass of milk right now, too, for some reason. Any way to cleanse the star?
Eventually,
Any way to
the
cleanse my
star
brain?
will fade back into my realm in oblivion. But I doubt you have the 100 or so years it would take to wait.
The Red Room and the Dwarf,
No,
yeah,
only
that's
one
iconic,
option
right?
remains. I will send you inside
Bouncy
the star.
mountains? Yes, indeed.
You will banish Malin's soul there.
Like mountains that are big
Tell
enough
me when you are ready,
to
mortal.
fully fill out some kind of support, but they don't need them because they're firm enough. Those kind of mountains.
Have faith, mortal. I will be watching over
Great big
you.
tracts of land. Yes, indeed. Oh, by Azura, by Azura, by Azura.
My
Am I right?
disciples have sent me a fresh soul. Good. I was getting
Hungry.
hungry. Why? There's something different about you.
Can't escape your fate, Malin.
And who are you to challenge me? I have
You are
conquered
incorrigible. I
mortality
am
itself.
indeed. I can't help
I've
it.
spat in the eyes of the Daedric lords. This is my realm now. I've sacrificed too much to let you take it from me.
Ah, Malin Baron! Oh my god, that actually does hurt a little bit. Okay. Out of stamina.
The star is free to purify itself. Don't worry, mortal. I will return you before you are cleansed.
I should have actually waited so that I could get all the Daedra hearts.
My star has been restored.
Should have waited to kill Marin.
And Malin's soul has
Might have been able to get the
consigned
spectral
to
missiles
oblivion.
forgotten magic
You have done well, mortal.
spell that I've been looking for. All right, well that was a little anticlimactic. I'm stuck.
As was
Oh, here we
destined,
go.
you are free to use my star as you see fit.
Thank you, Lady Azura. With your fine self.
Farewell, mortal. Know that Azura will be guarding over the threads of your fate in the twilight.
Malin looks different, yeah. Well, that's immersive armors is to blame for that. How you doing?
While you were in the star, Azura gave me a vision.
I thought I was insane. Yeah, I just had a little bit of a murder boner in the moment,
Since escaping
and I didn't want to run out of all the potion buffs that I had. So I was,
I'd be honored to accompany
I'm sure I had
you,
plenty of
guardian
time.
the
I probably
star,
still have like
if
5
you
minutes
give
left
me
on
your
that.
purpose.
Tons of Monty Python crawling in my head now. Ooh, Monty Python is awesome.
Twilight, watch over you, guardian. Until
I
next
don't know.
time, Guardian.
She's kind of cute, but she's also not very fun. Lucian is a barrel full of monkeys, and as a Sanguine follower, in fact, I better pray to Sanguine right now. Let's see where our favor is with Sanguine. Oh, I'm not a devotee anymore. It's hard to maintain favor with the Daedric princes with Winter Sun. I'll just have to chug a whole bunch of good brew right before combat, which is a bad tactical decision, but if I want to use his devotee boon, then it might be necessary. Alright, let's head back to the college. Make sure I'm going the right way here. Can't tell. Pretty sure it's this way. I gotta go back around this mountain here. Yeah, there are, but those items are really hard to find. They're very rare. Like there's the Raven is one of them, and there's something else that I don't remember what it was. And you equip them to like invisible equip slots, and they slow down the favor loss for Daedric princes. I haven't found one yet. I found them in other playthroughs. Not this one yet. I don't know if it was just coincidence, but it might have been Redoran's Retreat, I think, or Swindler's Den, one of the two, over here in Whiterun. That might actually be worth just taking a little bit of an adventure out into the tundra. I think it was Redoran's Retreat that I've found that Raven on 2 separate occasions, so it might be a statically placed item. Might be worth going to try to find. The Black Hourglass, yeah, that's the one. I want to go down here. Doppelganger is working again, that's good. I shot the troll and it looks like it summoned a wolf. Oh, thanks. Lucian's casting courage on me, buffing me up.
Another one bites the dust.
Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. And another one falls, and another one falls, and another one bites the dust. Yeah. We got any Queen fans in the chat? I wouldn't consider myself a Queen fan, but, you know, I get down to some of the songs every now and then. Freddie Mercury may have been like one of the most talented vocalists of like all time. Taken from us too soon, I think. Ah, they split up too far. They're not going to fight each other now. Where'd your friend go? Yeah, well. Went on a little field trip, I guess. Probably chasing some rabbit all the way to Winterhold or something. I'm gonna take your ingredients, though. Gotta be getting up there in encumbrance. Yeah, I got 18 units. I'd say pounds or kilograms, but I don't think they use either the metric or the imperial system in Skyrim. Wow, that was a terrible shot, Lucian. He wasn't even moving. Really? You're gonna resist my doppelganger? Ah! It was a big swipe he took at me there. I don't need any skulls or bones. Trying to think of a need for these dragon bones. Dragon bones are actually quite valuable. The scales, not so much. So let's ditch those. Large animal bones, I don't need. The mammoth tusks are valuable. We'll keep those. The bones, we don't need. There we go. Encumbrance is much better now. Holy crap. Spriggans. God, Lucian's familiar. The Spriggans turned the familiar against us.
Down and out.
Got some Spriggan sap and taproot. This is Dawnbreaker, indeed. Squared Zeus 00. Welcome aboard. Hope you're having a good weekend. Haven't seen you in the chat yet, so just doing my salutations now. The ice rays, I think I already looted. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I already did. Okay, back to Winterhold. Okay, I think in about 7 or 8 minutes, it would be 12:30 p.m. my time. I think that marks the halfway point in the stream. I'm gonna take a quick break, use the restroom, grab a little snack, refresh my beverages. Shouldn't be more than like 5 minutes or so, because I do it all at the same time. I'll pee in the sink, I'll fill up my water, I'll grab a caffeinated beverage from the fridge. All at the same time, without having to move. So it'll be quick. I'm kidding. I'm not an animal. Hey Tom, welcome, welcome. Long time no see, I feel like. Yeah, my streaming schedule has been spotty lately, but it should go back to normal. Not much travel planned anytime in the near future. No real holiday plans or anything either, so should be getting back to normal here real soon. It's not very reliable there for a while. Let's see. Did we get the book for Urag? No, we have not. Invocation of Azure. Where is that located? Oh, Silverdrift? That's a nice fun little dungeon crawl. Okay, what time is it? 6:57 p.m. All right. Well, let's go to the Hall of Countenance, where all the rich wizards live. And we'll serenade them with a little ditty, I think. I gotta think of a witty, punny song. What's that song gonna be, I wonder? I'm very sleepy today. A lot of hand embellishments on my stretches today. I'm feeling expressionful. Expressive, I guess would be the word. All right, let's get them all time to filter in here. Let's see, what did we do? What did we do today? We found a book. Arniel's thing. We fought a dragon. We really got into the dragon's undercarriage and chopped up his wiener. All right. Here we go. So I don't know if you all know, but I've encountered a couple dragons. The dragons have come back, right? And I have discovered the dragon's weakness. I call this song "The Big Lizard's Little Lizard." For all that's into it, look at that. Maybe we could give her some private lessons on public speaking. The big lizard's little lizard is the weakness. Get up under that undercarriage and start chopping away. They'll be done in no time. Z the Tire Fool is an hour late and ashamed. Ah, no worries there. Good to see you, though. Been a while. Hey, great stream. Coming back to Skyrim after 6 years or so. This looks amazing. What EMB are you using and what mod loader? Vortex. Okay, I'm using MO2. Actually, if you look in the description below, I used a modding guide called Nulvis. Really top tier visuals. You might need some decent gear to run this on. I was running this on a 3080 before, and I am one of those dual income, no kid guys, so I have a lot of money to spend on my hobby. So I'm running this on a 4090 now, but yeah, do click the link over there. There might be a light version of that. Not trying to flex my 4090 or anything, just trying to get you to set the right expectations based on your hardware. So yeah, and this is a 2-year-old Nulvis guide setup, so there are some updates to it. It's heavily customized. I like to get into the gears and tweak things to my liking. The ENB, I believe, is a Rudy ENB with Obsidian Weathers. And it works really well. I think it looks great. Really happy with it. 3060 Ti, so you do have a lot of VRAM with that 3060 Ti, and the 5900X is a great processor. You might be able to do a full on that one. Internet's being cruel. I'm out. Sorry, Z. It was good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself, okay? See you on the flippity flop. It sounds like you got a pretty decent setup for Skyrim, Ross. You might be okay with the full. I would try it. I think it also walks you through a Bethany and a Dindalod setup. You can make concessions there to get a full 60 if you want. Or if you're happy playing on 30 frames, this run has 1060, or this one has 1060 with 6 gigabytes, so expectations are low, but still great. Yeah, you just have to make concessions with draw distance and like shadow distances, and shadow quality is like a big one. Draw distances are another big one. Yeah. Oh, and I think Nulvis is also using DLSS now. If you do have the RTX, so you do have access to DLSS 2.0. So I don't know if you can run an ENB with the DLSS just yet. That might be something that's still in the works, so you might be able to choose one or the other. But you might be able to get a good result out of that. Great info. We'll give it a look. Okay, cool. Good luck with that. Yeah, what are we doing now? Okay, I forgot to look what kind of coinage they gave us for that Dragon Wiener joke, but yeah. Whatever. We're a bard. We did our bard thing. Let's go to sleep. There are some good Discord channels you can ask in. Yeah, I think Nulvis, I think Vector himself, the guy who is in charge of the Nulvis guide, has a Discord channel that you can ask in. I just never needed to ask anything about it. Excuse me, wow, that was a weird belch hiccup hybrid. Sorry you all had to witness that. But I'm a human, it happens. Also, sorry, what version of Skyrim? I'm running the SE, the 1.5.97, but then I have the AE content installed. Not on this profile, but once this character dies and I spin up a new character, I will have all the AE content available and ready to go. Not all of it, just the stuff that I think adds to the game and stuff that's not annoying. Like the pets and stuff I really like, but they don't work under my disable follower collision mod, so they still just sit up in doorways and hallways and just block the way. So I disabled all those guys. And some of the player homes, I didn't feel like going through and in the CK and disabling the grass around them. So some of the player homes didn't make it in either, but some of them did. And a lot of like the weapons and armor and quest mods still made it in too. I run notification mods, so when I miss a message, I can look there. Ooh, I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. Tom's got all kinds of cool suggestions for quality of life mods, I feel like. He's the one who introduced me to the disable follower collision, which is a lifesaver. Look at this. Lucian, all followers like to stand right in the damn doorway and block your every move. But with disable follower collision, you just go bloop, bloop, bloop. Easy peasy. Especially for like conjurers and other character archetypes, necromancers, character like battlefield commander characters that have like multiple followers and stuff. It's a prerequisite for me for those types of gameplay styles now too. Good call on that, friend. Followers are always in the way. Indeed they are. Yeah, but the pets from the AE content, they don't seem to be affected by that mod for whatever reason, so I left them out. Okay. So, let's see. 5:55 a.m.? That is way too early for a drunken bard. Let's sleep another 3 hours. It's like when you wake up at your regular time when you're a kid and didn't realize that it was a holiday in the middle of the week, and you're like, sweet, just turn off the alarm and go back to sleep. All right, let's go check in on Olivia and Arniel. Gonna need some breakfast here. We didn't really eat or drink anything last night. Let's gonna have a round of alcohol first thing in the morning. How about that? Even the skooma. We're gonna have a hell of a reputation around the college here. But, you know, they don't really have any good frats around here that we can contain our drunkenness to, so... Feeling drunk and well hydrated, there we go. Which means, if you're drunk and well hydrated, public urination is an inevitability. An inevitability. Say that 10 times fast. I'm tripping over my words a lot today, but in my defense, that was a really tough one. Let's see. 9 a.m. Or a headache, yeah. Let's go talk to Olivia. Oh, I said I was gonna break at 12:30. Yeah, let's do that now. I need a quick snack. I need to use the restroom, and I need to refill my beverages here. Oh my god, vision's all blurred. Okay. Excuse me for a few minutes, guys. I'll be back real soon, okay? Just gotta take a quick break. All right. Wrong screen there. Sorry, still got a mouthful of protein bar here. All right. All right, that looks like Olivia. Hey, baby. Doesn't look like she's ready to talk yet. Okay, let's go find Arniel. Oh, okay. Stairs plus alcohol do not mix well. Don't worry, everybody. I'm all right. I'm okay. Don't look at me like that, Orthorn. Remember when I saved your life? I didn't judge you. Pretentious bastard. You too, Eleanor? Remember when we did that bump and grind? Yeah? She's not impressed. She's not impressed with my blood alcohol level right now.
Eleanor, the library is in disarray. When books are strewn about here and there, it makes it
All right, let's go find Eleanor. Or not Eleanor, Arniel. Yeah, too many similar names in the college these days. Okay. Arniel usually doesn't hang out around here. I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Do you see that wild accusation of drunkenness on campus that college guard? Oh. Not a word, Lucian. Not a word. Arniel, where are you? He's usually hanging around near the enchanting table up here. Is that him? Is that he? Is day 16 the record? No, day 18 is the record, Tom. That's Sergius. They wear similar clothing. Day 18 was the... There are 2 Olympics? Why does Tolfdir have... Oh, maybe I'm just seeing double. Tolfdir has 2 Olympics in here. Yeah, day 18 was the record set by the Breton Rogue. The Fencer. What was that? There's the boy I'm looking for. Arniel, don't get too comfortable with that mortar and pestle there, buddy.
Good to see you.
No, he's not ready
Always
either.
good talking
All
to
right,
you.
so what are we going to do with ourselves? We still have to go find this copy of that book for Urag. All right, let's go do that. That's going to give us a little travel to do. A little dungeon dive as well. So I have recently discovered, you guys know I like to drink Dr. Pepper during a stream, right? But I definitely don't need all that sugar. I have recently discovered Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. They're not a sponsor, but this stuff is tasty. It's way better than Diet Dr. Pepper. I think the secret... Oh my god, that was terrible. There's another one of those belch hiccup hybrids that I am sorry you guys had to witness. I'm definitely drunk. Yeah, no, he's definitely drunk. It is 9:30 in the morning, and Duras just sampled his entire inventory of alcohol. Oh, this is gonna be a tough trip, guys. I feel like I shouldn't be. if I lose a permadeath character on the bridge to the college because I got drunk and fell off, that would be epic, right? I feel like maybe I shouldn't be standing here. I would rather not, But that would go down as the best death in a good death history, right? Oh, that would be the best thing. An epic fall, yes. Okay, let's, I don't like to drive drunk carriages, so let's just walk to Silverdrift here. We'll take the road. There'll be some random encounters on the way. But yeah, the main road should take us all the way to Silverdrift on the right. Oh, there we go, sobered up. Being a worshipper of Sanguine has its advantages, I suppose. Your tolerance for liquor is like through the roof. Because you drink it all the damn time. Alright, where is that whisper pointing me? See any yellow shadows around? I don't see them. My ancestors are telling me to kill someone, and yet they won't show me where that person is. The voices in my head want me to kill again. Story of my life. Trying to think of where there might be humanoid enemies. There are sometimes bandits down in that little hovel. I can't really think of anything else except for maybe just random encounters of like bandits and other things. Thieves, maybe. Assassins. Yeah, well. Went to get lunch. Glad nothing happened to our bard. Oh my goodness, you almost missed the best death of all though. We were completely drunk. He was stumbling all over the place. And I decided, what the heck, why not take the Okay, what is going on here? That's an assassin. What is going on with my hotkeys here? They are just not working all of a sudden.
You still got some fight in me.
There's no escape. Get it?
Ah, good one, Lucian.
Tough crowd.
Wow, this was like the worst assassin. And okay, yeah, so he was completely drunk. He was stumbling all over the place, and I decided, what the heck? Why don't I just walk across the bridge from the college to Winterhold? And we were talking about how maybe that was going to be the best death in the entire series if we stumbled and fell off of that bridge to a permadeath death. It didn't happen. But it would have been hilarious. Would have been epic. What was for lunch, by the way, Gail? I just had a protein bar. I'll eat something more substantial once the stream is over. I don't know what I want to eat, though. Did just do a Costco run yesterday, though. Got a bunch of good stuff, so I have options. Also have a game night with friends scheduled for tonight. Probably order some pizza, maybe Mexican food or something. For dinner. A salad and some raspberries and blackberries. Yeah, nice. I got salad and strawberries from Costco yesterday. The strawberries look really good. Can't wait to tear into those. Might have a little salad as a little healthy lunch before I go eat a bunch of fast food for game night. I got the Costco spinach salad with the cheese and the eggs and the craisins. Not the healthiest of salads, but you could do a lot worse. The lemon poppy seed dressing. Good stuff. I also like their meatloaf. I get burnt out on it, especially when it's warm, but when it's cooler out, or cold during the winter, there's nothing beats like a hot, fresh meatloaf. And Costco really does it up with the mashed potatoes and the meatloaf. Just pop it in the oven for, well, close to an hour actually, but you don't actually have to do anything else but heat it up. And it's delicious. Mashed potatoes are the best, right? Drown it in butter. The Costco mashed potatoes are good because obviously you put butter in mashed potatoes when you mix it up, right? And then some cream or whatever. But then they put just like pats of butter in it as well. So when you heat it up, it just melts all over the mashed potatoes. Oh, it's just really good comfort food. Alright, Silver Drift Lair. We're getting there. We're getting there. There's Forsaken Cave. I think we've already done the white file, haven't we? Yes, we have. We haven't completed it yet, and that might not actually be possible because you need the unmelting snow from the Throat of the World, and High Hrothgar is not open unless you have completed a certain amount of the main quest. And since Duras is not Dragonborn, he I don't know that he'll ever be able to get to the unmelting snow to repair the file. I don't know, there might be a way to just scale the mountain, or I might be able to glitch myself through there. I know a lot of speedrunners use that like item glitch that they use to get through walls. That might be an option. But it's really hard to roleplay that kind of thing, right? Heljarkin. Why do people... Oh, I don't hate being Dragonborn. I just think it can be refreshing on occasion to play a non-Dragonborn character. It kind of releases you from the obligation of being the one who has to save the world every single time you play. It's also really good for role-playing different character types because, you know, you might want to role-play a bounty hunter that doesn't care about saving the world. You might want to roleplay a merchant. Being released from the obligation of the main quest can be a powerful roleplay mechanic. You know, you do limit yourself in terms of what you can do with gameplay because shouts are really powerful, right? For me, I was trying to turn my... oh, this is our stop, right? Yeah, for me, I'm trying to turn my Permadeath series, the Permadeath experience, into kind of like a rogue-like situation where you play, you spin up like a random character, or you have like random elements added into your gameplay, and you see how far you can get in one life before you start over with something new. And having that added randomness of either being Dragonborn and having access to the shouts or not was kind of a nice little added randomization of gameplay there. Oh, that's fine. I mean, Magus 80 is a good friend of mine, and he feels the same way you do. It's like, why would anybody not want to be Dragonborn? Even after you explain it, you know, it's like he can't get behind that line of thinking. I think mutual respect is still an important thing. So, like, some people just have different tastes. And it's not that I hate being Dragonborn. I actually, in all of my build guides, I play Dragonborn because I need to explore all the gameplay mechanics for each character archetype, right? Just in case somebody else wants to play it, I want them to be completely informed of how best to go about the gameplay on that. But also the main quest, it's heavy-handed, and it can get tedious if you've played through the game, you know, 50, 100 times, like I have. After about 4,000 hours of playing the main quest, it's like, I'd rather just explore other ways of role-playing that don't really involve doing that same thing over and over again. To me, after I've played the main quest line, you know, 50, 100 times, it kind of becomes like when you kind of groan whenever you see the Meridia's beacon in a chest, and you're like, ah, because it's like heavy-handed. It's hard to role play around it, so you end up just avoiding it. But no, I don't hate being Dragonborn. I have my Dragonborn playthroughs and I have my non-Dragonborn playthroughs, and I love them all.
Rest easy.
Sorry, if you were looking for a highly opinionated hot take on it, I'm not your guy. I'm a strong believer in different strokes for different folks.
I like to think of philosophy as a way of conclusively resolving the big...
A lot of my characters are non-Dragonborn. Yeah, the roleplay. I have one Dragonborn and 3 to 4 non-Dragonborns at least. I think it's good to have options available for however people want to play. Exactly, yeah. Well, I figure even if you want to be a specific thing, class or build-wise, you could still be something like the Dragonborn on the side A. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can. And you can roleplay that way if you want. It's just, it's a little harder. It's a little harder to match your gameplay to your roleplay, just because of how heavy-handed that main quest is. I mean, you're talking about the literal end of the world. It's hard to have other motivations to do other things once Alduin starts doing his thing, right? It's kind of hard to reprioritize the apocalypse when that decides to come around and happen. And again, you can roleplay around it easily enough, and a lot of people do, and they do it successfully, and they do a great job of it. But if there is a mod that allows me to match the gameplay with the roleplay, I generally like to take advantage of that. Okay, I think that my lab skeever buffs have worn off now, so let's just try to make do with single one-off potions here and there. This is like a restless a scourge, huh? This guy's gonna be tough. Now, Duras is not naturally resistant. Conflict rate? We're not a destruction mage. Not naturally resistant to frost magic, so he is to fire. He can handle taking direct fire for a while, but frost is not something he can naturally handle, so might just pop a frost potion here or there. But otherwise, I want to try to take care of these guys all natural without the lab skeever stuff, just for a little bit of a challenge. Okay, I hear some grunts and snorts from Draugr all over the place here. Yeah, when I first discovered Skyrim Unbound, I immediately played like 3 different characters that started off as just people who chopped wood at like Whiterun or whatever, and that's how they made their living. I was able to buy a house and everything. Seems kind of dull, and in retrospect, maybe it is compared to some other playthroughs, but just having that new experience was like very refreshing and very cool to me. Or like play like a chef or a traveling merchant or something like that. That was blissfully unaware of Alduin and the end of the world or any kind of Dragonborn prophecy. But mind you, that's after having played the game for like 500 or 600 hours, doing dozens of playthroughs. Just looking for something new, but with the game that you already know and love. Bit of a gauntlet there with the traps and everything. That would be a hell of a way to go on a permadeath, right? Bow of Ice. I think I already have that enchantment. Oh no, that was 500 to 600 like on PlayStation 3, and then I got the PC and started looking into mods. So that was 500 to 600 hours at that point. Now I have over 4,000 hours on Skyrim SE on its own. I have over 1,000 on LE. I have probably about 500 on my PlayStation 3. About 300 on my Switch. Funny enough, the only game that, or the only platform I didn't play Skyrim on was Xbox. And that's like the main one for like most people, I think. Obviously, the true Skyrim fans are gonna be playing on PC for the mods, right? And the added performance that is extremely needed and beneficial for this game. But I feel like most people in general, and most people who consider themselves like Skyrim fans and don't really know the true obsession, probably play on Xbox. Xbox 360 and Xbox One, Xbox Series. Oh, I forgot about the couple hundred of hours I have on PlayStation 4 too, the PS4 version of the game.
Come on then.
Ouch. Okay, that hurt. So yeah, it is a bit of an obsession, I admit. Luckily, my wife doesn't mind. She has an obsession with reality TV, and I have an obsession with Skyrim. And we're happy to let each other have those things. That's what makes our marriage work. We're looking for some sort of book about Azura here for Urag. How's the stream going? The stream is going well. Obviously, we're still alive. We did get very drunk at the college, as you will. But the Winterhold College is a little more treacherous when you're drunk because of that that bridge that goes from Winterhold to the college, right? So, yeah, there was a little bit of tension there. We got very drunk before we went across that bridge. That would have been a hell of a permadeath to have to live with. Oh, the Draugr Scourges are tough. I wonder, do I have any more perks in the illusion tree? It's been so long since I played this character. Those affected by a calm spell or effect within the radius of imposing presence are enraptured by a lotus dream from which they may refuse to return to reality. When the calm is broken due to an attack, they become calmed again for 30 seconds. Okay. So that's what happened there. I was wondering why he didn't become aggressive again after I hit him after he was calmed, and that's what's going on there. Okay, okay. Pretty powerful. Oh, you you put it on the wrong disc. Dang, yeah. Oh my god, this is rough. Okay. I gotta take care of these archers first. Oh, Lucian, I'm sorry. I thought you were a Draugr. Stamina management is going to be a thing here. Let's go ahead and take this guy off the board. Any more up here?
Ow, ow, ow.
Where's the other dude at? I hear him. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. I see ya. Oh, you got calmed, huh? Draugr Death Overlord resisted. Doppelganger. Alright. What the hell? Yeah, I'm starting to think that that Spell Scribe combo with the power attacks, the dual wield power attacks, and the pacify spell might be a little overpowered at this point. Yeah, we're not Dragonborn, so we can't get the shout here.
Good job I don't frighten easily. Because if I did, this place would be terrifying.
Wow, that fire really hurt a lot for being a Dunmer, didn't it? That fire trap? Wow, these Death Lords had like nothing good on them. I guess there was an ebony sword or something that this guy had. Curiel ebony sword. That's kind of a cool piece. That looks like kind of like the sword that Kosh wields, Caladran. Am I right? Is this the same one? I don't know if you're still around. What's the name, if you don't mind giving it, for my character? Is Duras Velinor. As kind of a randomly rolled name. I just use a fantasy name generator most of the time. Was that Ordinator? This is indeed Ordinator. Yeah, Ordinator makes things pretty strong. Looks the same. It's a cool sword, huh? Especially for like a Dark Knight flavored character. That's like my husband and I. He likes watching movies on streaming services. I like playing video games. Yep, there you go. You got to give each other room to flail and do your thing. Be a nerd in your own ways.
I can think of nicer places to get lost.
Okay, I haven't seen the book yet. Hopefully it's in the boss chest here. Konarek's accoutrements is a neat option for brag. Oh, okay, so you're trying to find the Dragon Priest set. Gotcha, gotcha. That's a cool alternate to the dwarven armor with the fur there. Nice and shiny. I like it. Can I carry it? I barely have enough. Invocation of Azura. This is the book we're looking for. That's good. Now there is a pole chain or something around here somewhere. And I haven't found it yet. There it is. Boom. Now there is some AE content that uses this dungeon, and there is a hidden chamber, and I don't know if it's just for AE or if there's a hidden chamber with the vanilla version of this dungeon too. So let's go see. It was in this bigger chamber over here where we...
Don't you?
Yeah, I know where we're going. What, you don't trust my sense of direction? Have I ever led us astray? Except for that one time we got drunk and we were on that precarious bridge situation while we were falling. Except for that. No, never. See? Speaking of which, I am going to take her mead, because I will drink it later. And you won't get any, Lucian. Yeah, right down here. Yeah, there is a hidden chamber over here. Okay, so first things first, let's get rid of this damn flame pot here. Oh, did you ask what was the name of Kosh's sword? It's Mortium. Oh, no, I didn't ask, but I didn't actually know that Kosh had a name for his sword, but that's awesome. You really went deep with the roleplay on Kosh. I like it. Oh, Hazy. Icarus is, he's an absolutely awesome content creator. I've been watching some of his Let's Play videos recently, and he does a really cool job with his character concepts. So do click on his name and click around on his link. If you like my stuff, you're probably gonna love his stuff. Kind of in the same vein as like Couch Warrior. And he shouted out one of my favorite series that I've made in all times. It's Chemical Whispers. You guys remember that? Some of the Die Hard people. It was more of a role play machinima type thing. Got a lot of that on his channel. It's good stuff. So go leave a subscribe on his channel and start clicking around. You will not be disappointed. I started watching the Blood Knight and the Bone Weaver Necromancer series, and his concepts are fantastic. Okay. I still hear them. They're still around. I feel like they're going to be busting out of these sarcophagi all the time. Saw you winding up for a swipe at me there. Whoa! Okay. Can't see anything. Oof. Oh, okay. This is bad. Restless one goes down easy.
You want to dance? Let's dance.
Haha, Lucian's getting into it. I like it. Ouch. You ever step in your own puddle? Hell of a situation, especially when your puddle happens to be on fire. Too heavy, not valuable enough. Oh, thank you, Icarus. You're too kind, too kind. I've been wanting to try out some third-person narrative style Let's Play type stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with Nixon. He isn't solely Skyrim, but his Skyrim content is really good. He had a Frost Knight build video that he kind of did a third-person narration on a dungeon clear edit that I thought was really, really cool. And I want to do something like that with my own series. I had started doing it with like a Fallout 4 playthrough, but I just haven't had the time to do all the editing it takes yet. I will at some point. I kind of want to do that with Starfield when it comes out. Broaden the horizons of the channel just a little bit. Iron Greatsword, no thanks, but I will take the money. Oh, I am right at encumbrance here. Get rid of some of the stuff I don't need here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, actually, speaking of my wife, she was actually a big fan of that series, and she was very impressed with the writing on it. Fun fact, before I went into engineering school to become a computer programmer, my life plan was to become a writer, because I had an aptitude for it, according to my teachers. I don't need this iron ore. I don't know why I even have that. I won a few like regional writing awards when I was younger.
The hallmark of a good adventure.
And I kind of wanted to maintain that momentum, but I then also discovered an aptitude for programming, and I found out that I really liked it, so I went to school to become a software engineer. And that has proved to be quite lucrative. I really enjoy my career. Probably would have been struggling a little bit as a writer, because a lot of those careers end up being, you know, whether or not you're successful ends up being very subjective. It becomes a subjective decision. You're like, fate is lying upon the opinions of other people. And I didn't like that as a future for myself, so I was like, you know what? Let's become a craftsman. Master your craft, and you'll almost always have work. Okay, let's see here. Now I gotta get back up. Yes, I'm not lost, Lucian. I know where we're going. So yeah, there is the Gray Cowl of Nocturnal, the AE content, the Creation Club content, if you will. It sends you on this big windy quest in order to obtain the Gray Cowl, and there's like a story that goes along with it and everything, and they make use of that hidden area there at some point in that quest line. So that's why I knew it was there off the top of my head, because I recently did it playing on the Switch while I was out of town. Anything good I can make out of this stuff? I won't do that on stream. Not compelling to watch somebody sit there and craft stuff. Which is why I had to, with Alcanil, the alchemist guy, I made that into more of a machinima playthrough than a let's play, because 90% of it would have been me at a crafting station making potions. Not a lot of fun. Alright, what time we got? 1:17. So I got about 45 minutes left in my streaming window here. Oh, guys, I'm old and I'm tired. And that stretch feels really good. Ah. I am sorry you guys had to witness that. Oh, what's next? Let's see here. I just have to return this book. Let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into in this area here. Trying to think what is good out here. Is there anything I haven't explored? I guess there's Corvinjund down here. Actually, I've never been in Corvinjund outside of the Civil War quest line. Let's go check that out. I'm just curious. The Frost Knight is awesome. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to go to. I just gotta find the time to edit that stuff. Like, your introductions, Icarus, are awesome. Really top tier stuff. But I want to do like whole episodes like that, you know? And the editing just becomes a huge time suck. And I just don't have that much time. I'm already like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months between builds now as it is. After a full playthrough and all the editing it takes to do those build guides. Alright, we're gonna have bandits here first. Let's see. Strange whispers. Oh, that guy's going down. Alright, let's see if we can do this without having to rely on too many potions.
Never should have come here.
Oh, an archer, huh?
Gonna rip you open.
Oh, that guy talked a big game and then went down really easy. This guy's wearing Apotheos armor, so he's probably tough. He's got a glass dagger there, too. Yeah, that's the bandit chief. There you go. Keep blasting him, Lucian. Try to keep him busy. Maybe hit the bandit and not me, though. That would be cool. Okay, I feel like Lucian's busy with somebody in melee combat over there now. Yep, there we go. Swing and a miss. Ooh. He's going for a kill shot with that one. Oh, he's light on his feet, huh?
Ow, ow.
Who's next? Oh, and a frostbite spider decides to join in. Nice chop, Lucian.
That was exhilarating.
Yeah, it was a little bit, huh? Took you down to half health, but... Oh, good, Gale. Thank you. Electric charge. Oh, the zippity zap that killed our orc nightblade. Those are fond memories. That squared Zeus is animated armory. So the animated armory mod adds a few different weapon types. You got a spear, a short spear, a rapier, halberd, and claw type weapons. And they add in the weapon types themselves, the animations for them. You get regular attacks, you get power attacks, directional power attacks for every weapon type. It's a really cool mod, and there's also patches for some of the more popular weapon mod packs that add in like different types of weapons too. Yeah, the rapier and spear animations are really cool too. It gives you the stab animations where you didn't really have access to those weapon types before. I tried to drop the spear, he just ends up throwing it 17 yards away. Okay, my hotkeys aren't working, so I'm gonna reset this. Quick save, quick load. Animated armory, except you spell armory with a U. So animated, because it's British spelling, I guess, the European spelling. So animated is just how you would spell it, and then armory is A-R-M-O-U-R-Y. And if you're running something like DAR, MCO, those kind of like animation overhauls, you don't need this. There are other move sets that are better off than animated armory, but I don't use those yet anyway. And so for me, animated armory is a great substitute. Oh my god, I'm not gonna stand here and unlock a master level. I'll do that off stream. Okay, so we took care of those bandits without the crutch of the Labskeever potions. Fairly handily. Let's see how the rest of the dungeon plays out. Yeah, I've never done this outside of the Civil War quest line. Have you guys? I wonder if there are any changes. Sometimes they change these dungeons in big ways when they're not attached to a quest. Should be interesting. Oh yeah, so namely, they completely block you off from the rest of the dungeon. All right, good to know. Look at that, thousands and thousands of hours in this game, still learning new things. That is where you get the jagged crown, yep. All right, well, what else am I going to do for the next half hour then? Let's check the quest log. See if we got anything good. I really should have come into the stream with a plan, right? Dangerous best friend, Dawn Guard, Forsworn conspiracy. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm waiting for Olivia and Arniel to do their research. Trying to keep myself busy in the meantime. Once those two things are done, I think I can finally move on from these Radiant quests for the College of Winterhold. Move on to something else. Probably the Companions quest line, I think, is going to be next up. Hell, I just don't know. Don't want to do Forsworn conspiracy. Taste of Death, not ready to become a cannibal yet. House of Horrors, no. So these these are bad Daedra in Dunmer lore, right? Boethia, Molag Bal. These are like not good. Actually, Boethia might be okay. Molag Bal is bad. The House of Troubles, there's like 4 or 5 different Daedric princes that are evil in Dunmer lore, and all the rest of the Daedra are either neutral or good, right? So yeah, the House of Troubles Daedra, no, I think Boethia is bad. Mafala's fine. Namira's probably bad. Molag Bal is definitely bad, and I think who's the one up here? The staff. Why am I blanking on the name? They're bad too. So we're trying to avoid those for the time being. God, what is the name of that one? Python Hyadder posted a few videos of some girls dancing in that little ruin you were just in. Oh, nice. Clavicus Vile might be okay. You know what? Since we're in the area, though, let's just go back up to Dawnstar, just to perform or something like that. And on the way, we'll do the Dunstad, Fort Dunstad. So have to head west. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. Get back onto that road and head north. Oh yeah, nice little room. Yeah, get you out of the weather, especially in a snowy area like this. I do have I don't have Frostfall. I'm not a big fan of the hardcore survival stuff. It just becomes restrictive for the things that I want to do in this game. I do have I installed just because it's easy enough to just carry around food with you and eat when you get hungry, but I like I because it kind of connects me to a little more strongly to a day-night cycle and having to eat and drink. Okay, that looks bad. I am a Dunmer. I'm still going to pop a resist fire potion though, because fireballs tend to be pretty strong. Yep, there's the short spear right there too. She was stabbing at me a little bit. The animation was overwritten because she was casting a spell at me as she was thrusting the spear at me, so it kind of defaulted back to a vanilla animation there, but before she started doing that, she was stabbing me with it. Can't wait for Star Citizen to come out. Is that the one that's constantly in progress? The GoFundMe one? Or am I thinking of another one? The one that's been perpetually in development for like 20 years?
It's so snowy.
Oh, a lot of people have a lot of fun with it, so I'm not judging at all. Am I going the right way? Night Gate Inn carriage stop. Okay, no, I am not going the right way. I am going the wrong way. Definitely gonna have to download and install the animated armory, yes. I also do have a tutorial on my channel about how to hook up those animated armory animations to modded weapons that aren't already hooked up to it. I have a bunch of rapier weapon mods downloaded and installed on my game, but by default the animated armory mod won't assign those new animations to those weapons without a little bit of trickery in SSE edit. But I walk you through how to do it. Just in case you get there, you find some weapons that you want to hook up to those animations and you're not seeing them for whatever reason. All right, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, that cat's not afraid of that dog, huh? Should have been. Should have been afraid of this dog anyway. Oh, encumbrance, my old friend. Just get rid of the dragon bones, I guess. That's just money, and I have plenty of that. Okay. Eager to try that one. I've been waiting to make an assassin build like in Diablo 2. Cool. Man, I'm excited for Diablo 4. I know when Diablo 3 came out, it wasn't making a lot of people happy. I didn't play it until it came out on PlayStation 3, I think, with that Ultimate Evil Edition. And by then, they'd fixed pretty much all the problems that it had with it. But I don't really mind troubled releases as much as a lot of people. I had a blast with Cyberpunk when that came out. I played hundreds of hours of that in its broken state. I didn't mind. I played Skyrim on PlayStation 3 for hundreds of hours, and that thing was just fundamentally broken for a lot of reasons. So, I mean, Diablo 4 just looks really cool with like the new combat mechanics and things like that. I'm really looking forward to it. And it may give me some build ideas for Skyrim too, like it did with you. But I have to be able to play on controller. I am not a keyboard and mouse guy for video games. I have to be able to sit back and relax, otherwise I feel like I'm working. I spend all day at a keyboard and mouse doing things that I have to do. I don't want to be in that posture again doing things I want to do. Kind of ruins the experience for me. Okay, hotkeys are working again. That's good. Hit him with your big old sword there, Lucian. Ooh, Marauder. They're tough.
Are you prepared to die?
I should have done the lab skeever combo with this dungeon because there are a lot of high-level bandits here.
This'll all be over soon.
Wow, she's really got a murder boner for me, doesn't she? It's not even looking at Lucian. There we go. Got her that time.
You're a fool to fight me. What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? Bad time.
Ooh, that hurt. Okay, where's the archer? Oh, there he is. I see him. See him? Oh, there's another one over here, too. Ouch.
Time to die, hero. I'll bury you.
Oh, I'm out of stamina. Just gonna have to eat this dagger shot, I guess. Ooh, that's not even a dagger. That looks like a... No, that's an Argonian dagger. Okay, I need some stamina. And regeneration if I have it. I'm sure that I do. Because I cannot dodge roll without stamina, and I don't really have any other defensive options except for like a slow illusion spell to get them to stop.
Think you can take me?
Ouch. All right. So that takes care of the outside. Now we got to do the inside. How you doing, Lucian? Hanging in there? Heard you talking all kinds of mad smack when you were fighting these guys. Some valuable stuff here, but I just don't have the encumbrance for a lot of stuff. We'll just keep it to magic items in case there's something I can disenchant. I don't think any of these guys are gonna have any. But I will take their coin because it's weightless, and I will take their arrows because they're weightless. Alright. The Stumbling Saber Cat, I think is what this is called, right? Yep. It's an old defunct inn that bandits took over and made a hideout out of. Bunch of boots over here, in case you're looking for some footwear. Should be a couple bandits down in the basement here. There they are. Go ahead and have fun with each other.
Gonna rip you open.
Whoop. Okay, this guy did not want to play with his friend down in the basement. Oh yeah. The scissor move.
Death awaits you.
Understandable if you're normally working at a keyboard. Yeah. Well, you know, I'll spend 8 to 10 hours a day sitting in that same posture where you're hunched over and working on your keyboard and mouse, and it just doesn't feel like I'm relaxing if I'm doing that playing games. Now, some games don't have controller support, but are still like must-play games, or at least what I consider must-play games. Like I did that with The Witcher 1. I might end up having to do that with Dragon Age Origins I haven't played yet. But looking forward to that at some point. I don't know if that has controller support, even though that did release on consoles back when it released. So it might have controller support. I actually did buy Dungeon Fighters Online, or no, Dungeon Fighter DNF Duel, which was the fighting game version of Dungeon Fighters Online, because for the express purpose of looking for Skyrim build ideas from it. Like that Ghost Blade character. I don't know how many people are actually familiar with the game. Probably not many. It was kind of a niche game in a niche genre. But they have some really cool looking character concepts that I want to try to implement in Skyrim at some point. So I spent 20 bucks on a game that I was only gonna play for Skyrim inspiration.
What was that?
Come and get it. Woo.
Picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
You won't live to see tomorrow.
This. You're mine.
Okay, illusion is OP in this game. I've played a bit of Dragon Age Origins, awesome game. I love the character development of the NPC followers as relationship between the follower and the player progressions. Highly recommended. Yeah, so that's classic BioWare, right? I played Mass Effect 1 and 2, and yeah, they are masters of relationships with NPCs, for sure. Dragon Age came before Mass Effect, I believe. I think. They might have been pretty close, actually. Mass Effect is more of like an action RPG. It's sci-fi, obviously, as opposed to the fantasy genre that the Dragon Age series is in. But it's also really cool how they allow you to play a previous save too in each new game. It's a really cool feature. The Witcher also did that. The Witcher series did that as well. But I think BioWare kind of pioneered that. Allow you to continue your character, like remember choices that you made from your old save file in the new game. Very cool stuff. Kind of sad what's happened to BioWare, honestly. I think they're under EA, right? EA kind of... I don't know. They forced them into the Anthem thing where it was supposed to be a game as a service, and they kind of completely wiped out all of their goodwill. Kind of like what ZeniMax did with Bethesda Game Studios with Fallout 76. It's just a shame. Everybody wants that live service game, and they're trying to force their best studios to work on something like that, even though they have no expertise in something like that, and they end up just creating an awful game that gets terrible word of mouth, and then the development studio gets the bad rap for it, not the publisher that forced them to do it. Although there have been reports of bad things happening, like crunch culture and stuff. Ow! Oh my god, is this it? Okay, so that was the Lover Stone, gave me a saving roll. I need to resist shock. I need to resist magicka as well here. One shot from that lightning bolt took me all the way out. That was a saving roll from the Lover Stone under Andromeda, the Anise Ions. Standing Stone overhaul. Alright, I also need some paralysis, I think, for this guy.
Ready to die today, huh?
Okay, that was scary. That was really scary. We almost lost our day 16 bard here. One shot from that lightning spell took us out. Legend of Red Eagle, huh? I mean, Red Eagle's Bane, the sword that you get from that, it's a cool, unique sword, but it's kind of like there's no reason to use that over Dawnbreaker in gameplay. Dawnbreaker is just better in like every way. All right, one more area down here. It's pretty highly concentrated with bandits. Gonna have to be careful. Let's go ahead and buff up our one-handed, our illusion, light armor, and I think that's pretty much all I need. I hope. Let's see if that works. Never groaned about getting the beacon?
Someone there? I'm getting out of here. Someone do something.
Oh, you're cagey, huh? Oh, we got a trident. Get him, Lucian.
You won't get somebody help.
That is a really unique choice of armor items on that bandit. Wow, you do need some help over here, don't you? Oh my god. Okay. Now Lucian just wants to kill the skeevers. That's fine. Whatever. You can go ahead and play with the rats if you want. There you go.
Ow, ow, ow!
There we go. Just trying to get to the guy that was underneath the one on top. Are you still playing with these skeevers?
Yeah.
Lucian, you're a doofus. Okay. Hopefully I didn't contract herpes. From these rats. From these skeevers. Nope, no herpes. Herpes free. Now, I think everybody's come down from upstairs here. I think that this place should be clear now. In fact, doesn't stay clear. I don't think any of the forts ever say they're actually clear, because once you do clear it out, then one of the factions will come take it over. Either the Stormcloaks or the Imperials. Now, Gale, you said you've played Dragon Age Origins. I'm guessing that's on PC. I've heard that Dragon Age Origins on PC is pretty buggy. Have you had any problems with that? Only if you're actively doing the Civil War questline? Yeah, because Fort Dunstad never got cleared. This guy over here, Kastav, never got cleared, even though I killed all the enemies. And I'm not actively doing a Civil War questline. But Fort Kastav definitely had Stormcloaks moving into it. Dunstad will too, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think I've missed any nooks or crannies where there are enemies here. Should be all clear. Yes, it was on PC. The only bug I've come across so far is one of the bridges at whatever the city is where the story begins. I forget the name. Okay, was it like game breaking at all, or is it just like a visual glitch? I think there are mods that you can run to fix it. When going back there for another quest, the game kept crashing. Okay, I had to set graphics to super low to get past that. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll try to get through it. I think it's worth it. It is a classic. And I think there are mods, like I said, that will help with that, but we shall see. I haven't gotten into it yet. Let's see, is there anybody else to kill here? I'm pretty sure I got everything. Wiped the place out. Alright. Well, okay. I have another 11 minutes left in my window, but there's really not anything I'm going to be able to do in the next 11 minutes here. And I'm kind of stalled out on mage questline stuff to do anyway. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I had a blast with you guys, as I always do. This is one of my favorite things to do. I look forward to it all week, streaming and hanging out with you guys every Saturday. So thank you for showing up and hanging out with me and playing some of my favorite game. Let's see. Let's do some shout outs. There was Icarus in the stream earlier. If you can find his content, I don't have it linked in the description yet, but I will. Please do go check that out. He's got some really cool content on his channel. It's all Skyrim focused. Very cool character concepts that he explores. And then Caladran, thank you as well. There is a link to Caladran's fanfic in the description below. She does a great job telling the story of her beloved vampires. So do go check that out. And then Malderoth should have a Twitch link in the description below too. He streams from time to time on Twitch. He does a lot of Skyrim stuff. Very chill dude, very fun to hang out with. So go check him out. Leave him a follow there too. I think that's it for me today, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, okay? See you guys. Bye.